Okay, WWE, you gotta stop with the Cody countdown. Like, what's even the point of this?
I will stop breathing until Cody comes out.
Like, are you that desperate for ratings? People, at 1 minute and 1 second, you will hear a fart joke on this video. Keep watching.
I can't take Cody seriously as a babyface.
That's what I'm talking about. A lot of wrestling fans are fickle. The countdown gives Cody some kind of a entitlement.
Even Sasha didn't get one.
Yes, and Veer didn't get a countdown on his no-fap journey. Speaking of Veer, we now know he talks. Not just a strong man, a very intelligent man as well. Now the show kicked off with Matt Riddle. Just Riddle. My man was almost in tears. Or just high, not sure. He says he's here with a heavy heart. Randy Orton is his best friend and a mentor. Randy is his dude and bro. The last couple of years has been hard on Randy. Even though they've been having the time of their lives. Fart joke. Orton has been having a hard time. Orton's bag has given him trouble. Last Friday before the unification match, Orton could barely walk. No more jumps. Is that what I'm getting from this promo? Riddle knew about it, but Randy didn't want to disappoint the fans. The Usos are one hell of a team, but he says they only won because of Roman Reigns and calls him a piece of trash. He will get his vengeance on Roman, Jay, and Jimmy. So before we talk about the usual stuff, a 6-man tag team match, it kinda gives me hope we will see Riddle versus Roman Reigns. Now, I obviously know that Riddle is not gonna dethrone Roman Reigns. That's literally impossible. It's very predictable. But I believe Riddle is so entertaining. He would really benefit from this kind of exposure. And the match itself, I do believe, has a lot of potential. So since Randy Orton is going to be out for a couple of weeks, months, I'm not sure, I think we should get Riddle versus Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell. And then once Randy Orton comes back, we can have the big dog versus Snake. So then we saw the 6-man tag team match, Riddle and the Street Profits versus Sami Zayn and the Usos. Sami Zayn is officially a part of the bloodline. It does make sense though, not because he bought a shirt. I've seen family photos on Twitter. Seems like they're actually family. I do see the resemblance. The absolute highlight of this match was seeing a different side of Riddle. We saw a more serious, aggressive Riddle who's just fighting for his friend. So Riddle showed his dominance and picked up the W. It really does look like they're building Riddle for Roman, and I'm all for it. Is Cody coming out yet? Women, get ready. It's Bobby time. Lashley says he beat Omos in a steel cage, but that's not enough. Is it really? Come on, Bobby. Arguable. It's really... I don't know. He has a challenge. So he calls out MVP and Omos, and they set up a match between MVP and Lashley. If Lashley wins against MVP, he will get Omos at Hell in a Cell in a match of his choosing. Like a Hell in a Cell match. That would make a lot of sense. I don't like how they basically humanized, normalized Bobby Lashley. I don't know how to explain, but he doesn't feel as special as he used to. We saw the Judgment Day and they told the fans to rise.
It's hard to do that these days.
Again, Edge teased more people joining Judgment Day. He offered opportunities to Corey Graves, Tommaso Ciampa, Liv Morgan, AJ Styles, Finn Balor. All these names are not smart enough to mention Veer Mahan. Edge says the Judgment Day is truth and truth will set you free. I'm kinda shocked we didn't see R-Truth after this line. He says he wasn't handpicked to sit at the top of the mountain like a John Cena. Edge is a miracle of his own work. So that was really random in my opinion. So we're hearing a bunch of rumors that John Cena is going to make his return to the WWE, and now we're hearing Edge mentioning John Cena. Not The Rock, not Stone Cold Steve Austin, not Hogan, none of these names, John Cena. So I think it's a possibility we might see Edge versus John Cena. It's a long rivalry. Right now it would be pretty interesting in my opinion. I know some people will say, well, John Cena should face
someone younger, some fresh talent.
And yes, that would be kinda nice, but Edge versus John Cena nowadays is kind of a dream match, so I personally wouldn't complain. And it does make sense. Edge is talking trash about the fans every single week. John Cena is sucking their peepees like every damn time he shows up. It's not me who pushes talent. I didn't push myself. Look around. It's these people right here, they have the voice. And Edge says they eat way too many Cheetos. Like, that's exactly what he said. No, that's disrespectful. Okay, Mark, that's the last time you were in my video. Like, we gotta chill. I still don't know how I feel about the Judgment Day. Sometimes I can kinda appreciate them, but the biggest problem I have is that it feels way too goofy. We don't care about the fans so much that in every single promo we're gonna spend 5 to 10 minutes talking about the fans. Stop eating Cheetos! So then we saw AJ Styles and Liv Morgan versus Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. The match was alright, and like I've said in my previous videos, the biggest thing I like about this whole Judgment Day thing is that we're seeing a bunch of young people getting involved, and they're getting some important TV time, which is really appreciated. Now obviously Edge got involved, Liv couldn't land her finisher, and Rhea picked the W. After the match, they weren't done. They gave AJ Styles and Liv Morgan more beating. I think one single detail could kinda fix this whole faction. Not blaming the fans, blaming the management. Then we saw Jerry the King Lawler looking for some puppies. Wrong era, Jerry. No more boobies. And he interviewed Veer Mahan. He asked a bunch of questions Veer didn't feel like answering. Even when he asked, why did you pick the Mysterios? Oh, I know. Is it because Dominic Mysterio said you're so hairy a Bigfoot took a picture of you? Veer is not having any of this. I'm not here to joke around. Exactly, he's here to I picked Mysterios because Rey Mysterio is a legend. But he's focusing way too much on his son, and that made him weak. I destroyed both of them. It's weird how he tried to explain why he picked the Mysterios, but he didn't explain why he picked the Mysterios. He was just stating some facts, what happened. Rey Mysterio got weak because of Dominic Mysterio, and I beat them both. Okay, but why? Wasn't that the question? Sorry, I might be too dumb to appreciate Veer Mahan's intelligence. I'm a virgin, so I'm wrong. I have sinned, Veer Mahan. I have sinned. Then we saw the Mysterios. They attacked Veer Mahan. Veer tried to throw Rey Mysterio into the ring unsuccessfully. I blame Rey. And this time the Mysterios kinda came out on top. Not for long. Then we saw Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Ash. Alexa Bliss picked up the W. And again, you can tell how much a theme song can do for a character. I don't care, this song slaps. Then we saw Cody versus The Miz. There are some positive things I can say about this match and obviously some negatives. The match itself was alright. I didn't mind The Miz versus Cody, it's just not necessarily a rematch I would want. Another problem is another DQ finish. Like, do we actually need that? Do we need to protect The Miz against Cody? Is that really a priority? The positive thing is what happened after the match was really entertaining and pretty effective in my opinion. So, you know, Seth Rollins attacked Cody and he beat him with a belt. But Cody is a good guy. Even though he was beaten with the belt, he still gave the belt away to a child. Good guy Cody, that's a babyface we want. Cody's exactly what WWE wanted Roman to be as a babyface. And I like that. Like I've said, I absolutely love Cody in the WWE. I think he legit has a chance to become the face of the company. But sometimes WWE are kind of trying too much in a way. Like, the pyro is great. I wish more people got that kind of pyro. You know, it's not my money. Stuff like Countdown to Cody. What does that even mean? Then we saw Chad Gable versus Ezekiel. I wouldn't mind this, but it seems like I've been watching the same thing for like 5 weeks in a row now. Exactly what you think happened. Distraction. Ezekiel wins the match. Owens is angry that he's not Ezekiel, he's Elias. He also challenged him to a match at Hell in a Cell. Can we just move on with the story a little bit? Can we bring out Elias? Did they film something with Elias? I hope they recorded something with Ezekiel Elias with a beard so we can have this kind of a proof that it's actually his brother. Then we saw Bobby Lashley versus MVP, in which obviously Bobby Lashley picked up the W. And the main event was Asuka versus Becky Lynch. If Becky wins the match, she will be added to a match at Hell in a Cell. It would be Asuka versus Bianca versus Becky for the Raw Women's Championship. Guess what happened? So the match itself was pretty okay. You know, I miss Asuka, so it does feel kind of refreshing seeing Asuka in the ring. Asuka with the kick, Becky dodges it, Bianca is hurt. This caused a distraction. Becky takes down Asuka, gets back into the ring and wins the match. So yeah, it's going to be a triple threat match at Hell in a Cell. Fine by me. How many Hell in a Cell matches do we already have? I think one, Cody versus Seth Rollins. So if we are going to get another Hell in a Cell match, which we should, I mean, the paper is called Hell in a Cell. Give us at least 2 Hell in a Cell matches. Well, 2 is actually just the right amount. This should be a Hell in a Cell match in my opinion. But that was your Monday Night Raw. Do you think we will see the return of John Cena? How do you feel about Riddle facing Roman Reigns? Potentially, but you know, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen because there are rumors that Roman Reigns is not gonna be at Hell in a Cell. Maybe at some, I don't know, maybe on SmackDown. We'll see how it goes. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.